Hello, my name is Emma and welcome to my Make a House My Home vlog. In this episode I'm going to talk to you about how I designed the main bedroom in our first home together. It was all very exciting. The journey that we took to buying the house took probably 18 months from start to finish. We had quite a few houses that fell through. The process was very lengthy and stressful, so I found relief and enjoyment, I guess, out of planning the rooms before we moved in. I know most people say you need to live in a house first to get a feel for the place, but because we were decorating it before we moved in, I needed to have some ideas in my head beforehand. It also meant that we had more time to shop around for interiors and build up our bank of cushions and duvets and quilts and picture frames, so we didn't have a massive spend in one go when we moved in, which helped the pennies in the bank as well, which was really useful. I think probably the main concern for me when looking at the bedroom, when there are two of you, is that I didn't want it to be too girly, so I wouldn't enjoy it, but I also didn't want it to be too masculine, so I wouldn't enjoy it. In my head I had an idea fairly early on in the design stages, and I took it from contents that I already had around the house, particularly in our bedroom at the time we had this really nice photo frame of when we'd gone travelling together around Europe. It is a really simple frame. We got it from Paperchase. I liked that kind of black and silver effect, and from that ideas started to form. Black is quite a heavy colour, so what I wanted to do was look at lighter colours that could complement it, and I came up with a colour scheme of greys, white and black. The nice thing about grey is that we can layer the tones, so there is almost a palette of grey, so when it came to buying bits and pieces for the house and for the bedroom, I didn't have to keep matching a colour all of the time. I was happy just to tonally take greys. So as you can see from behind me here, a lot of it is white, black and grey. This picture frame up here that you can see is just a nice montage of stuff that Simon and I have done together since we've been together. The throw and the duvet itself came from John Lewis. I wanted lots of different textures, so you can probably see here that this is quite puckered in its effect. It's a king size duvet. We actually got it in the John Lewis clearance sale last year, however it's quite a common design, I guess. I've seen it in quite a few websites, so it's definitely worth shopping around if you like it. Interestingly, the White Company, I always find this a bit weird in that the White Company sell coloured products, but we got this really nice token cushion. Si was really clear that he was happy for me to design the bedroom as long as we didn't have cushions everywhere, so we just went for a nice crisp white bedding, and then I picked up this really nice White Company pillow just to go on the top. We also picked up this really nice White Company throw. Simon was dead against having throws on the bed, but come winter it's actually a really nice addition, both from a looks point of view, but also it keeps us nice and cosy. Again, it's a textured quilt, it's really lovely material, and it looks nice just on the end of the bed. Grey, we've got a feature wall here which you can see. That colour came from Homebase. We did try a different assortment of greys. Homebase are really good. You could go in there and buy little sample pots, so we put a few onto the wall and came up with this nice fairly light grey. Behind me you can see the curtains, again they're from John Lewis, and again we've gone for mixed textures, so the top of the curtain there that you can see has almost like a velvety feel, and then the bottom half is a bit lighter. We also bought some blackout curtains just to go behind the poles, because our house is actually right by a street light, which isn't great, and so that blackout curtain just completely blacks out any light coming through when it's time to go to sleep. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are with the main bedroom. The carpet, which complements this grey really well, has a little bit of speckled white in it as well. It just lifts the room up. I'll show you the furniture at another point, but we went for white furniture from IKEA. nightmare, our first flat pack experience, but actually the light, the white, it really helps in this room. It's not a big space, but it's quite neutral in tone, and just using white furniture and white cushions with a little splash of colour has worked really well. So I hope that's given you some inspiration if you are part of a couple and you're looking for a tone or colour scheme that's you're mutually happy with. I think what's great also about, just a final point on this wall piece, is that we can change the photos as and when we have new adventures together. So thanks, until next time, bye.